Okay. We're doing some top-down analysis, weekly analysis. I did one yesterday, but I had some technical issues. There was no sound, and I realized that after I had done a 45-minute long clip where I was dropping a lot of gems and telling what I'm anticipating and what I want to see from the DXY, right? We're broken through a weekly fair value gap, which is this one. And then I want to see the weekly fair value gap work like a support where we can head higher from there. Monthly fair value gap is our target now. So that was what happened. We broke through on weekly, use it as a support, and now we are heading up to what I would say it's this one. So now we're heading up to the monthly fair value gap, right? So this is the monthly fair value gap. And I want to see price head up here. So I'm anticipating a bullish move on dollar and to this internal range, and from there I want it to drop, right? So basically from internal to external, and probably this low too, which is the next target. So yeah, that's basically it. So DXY, I'm anticipating some bullishness, but we have FOMC on Wednesday and NFP on Friday. News. Yeah, but still. So yeah, that is what I'm anticipating. So now we've seen the DXY tip to take out this the previous weekly high, and now the question is, so I said I wanted DXY to take out the internal range, internal liquidity firstly, to take out these lows, equal lows, and then maybe use this as a resistance, and then yeah, but did the opposite. It just went up, took out, respected, and didn't respect the H1 bearish order block. As we can see, it tipped into it, got back down, then pushed up, right? So that's basically it. So now we may want to see price to head down to take some from external to what? Internal. So we want probably to take out this internal liquidity, which is why we can see some bullishness. And then I want to see the low to be formed. If I'm anticipating a bullish week on DXY, I want the low to be formed during Tuesday or Wednesday, New York session, right? If we could take out this internal liquidity, even take out this previous weekly low during Tuesday or Wednesday, it would be fantastic, right? So I want to see some bearishness on DXY to take out this internal liquidity. This after that, it can either jump up to take some bullishness, or we can continue down. But we need to remember if I'm anticipating a bearish or a bullish week like I do in DXY, because I want price, not I want, but I think price wants to head up to the monthly fair value gap, which is our internal liquidity, right? I need price to take out some sell side liquidity first before we aggressively start to head up, right? So that's what I'm looking at. So I was anticipating price to do during Monday was to respect this H1 fair value gap, H1 bearish order block, and then get down to take out this internal liquidity, and then more or less to take out this low too before we head up. So I'm anticipating like a bullish weekly profile, right? So yeah, so the best day to take longs is during Tuesday, Wednesday, right? That is basically what I'm looking at. Okay, so we're currently 1 to 2 on this trade. I would probably get up to that. Euro USD, honestly, I did lose on this trade. Why is that? Because there has been some sick moves, honestly. We got down to this bullish order block. It's better if we start from the daily, right? So price is retracing a little bit, but I did expect price to get to higher levels from this. Why is that? It's because I wanted price to get from internal to external, from external to internal, and from then this internal range to this external high, right? But price has just been continuing to push down, and it will probably push down to what I said yesterday. I think I did, yeah. So I think that the real move should start once we're taking out this low. And then since we're taking out this, which is a internal range on higher time frame, right? So it's a internal liquidity on higher time frame. But still, listen, euro is bearish. That is not something you can hide, because on higher time frame though. But we need to see how we respect this fair value gap, monthly fair value gap. If you're not respecting it and price just keep falling down, but I think that this is definitely the target, so we can expect lower prices until this level, right? But if this level is not being respected, then we can anticipate price to get down all the way here, right? So this is the last chance to see some bullishness on Euro USD. So we have the internal range liquidity, right? This monthly fair value gap. and I said that this daily fair value gap is our internal range liquidity. And price would then start to head up to take the external range. But I was wrong. I was in the wrong. And it looks like price wants to head down to higher time frame internal liquidity, right? So this is where we got to this internal range on weekly. Now I want to take out this external and probably this one if it's not being respected, and then come back to take to some internal range, but then take out this low probably. But we'll see. We'll see how it all forms and shapes and all that. But in this moment, Euro USD is looking bearish until this level. So this is the magnet. This is where I think price would want to head down to before doing some kind of possible reversal, right? So yeah, that's basically it. I need to see some so we had this H4 fair value gap, and then we were heading down. The reason why I was I saw this market structure shift, this breakout structure on H4, right? But the only thing that made me insecure was that we were still in this SIBI, right? Sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. Sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. Buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency, busy. So we were still inside this SIBI, right? Which is why I wasn't quite comfortable, but I was still bullish from here. So I did take some longs and I did lose. I will try to show them to you. I'm not hiding anything. I'm not hiding anything at all. Okay, so this is euro. I will try to. We can go through in another video the losses that I took. Yeah, and here we did GU, which is totally bullish. Not totally, sorry. But for me, this one looks more promising to take longs than euro for me. But it's still moving sideways a lot. We can see this is the price action of GU. So we need to remember we are currently at a premium in this range, right? We do have some relative lows down here, which price still can head down to. On the daily, we did have this wick, so we did make some kind of market structure shifts. I'm not sure if it's counted, but on the daily we didn't close below. We just wicked, took out some liquidity, and has since then been trying to head upwards to take out these equal highs. Not equal highs, but we have some buy side liquidity. But price has hard times to look for longs, honestly, to take out, to make higher highs. So we made some kind of shift here, right? So we took out that high, made some kind of break of structure. We took out some liquidity before, left some busy. We left a busy. And I thought that maybe if this busy is being respected, when I saw this kind of push up, I was like, okay, from here we should be heading upwards, right? But the busy wasn't even respected, and since then it has been in some kind of search and destroy kind of mood. Just been hunting session highs and session lows and all this. So yeah. So GU did come down here, feel this, but I still think that if we were to take out this high, then for me this is the message that, okay, GU is bullish. If we were to take out this high, break of structure. But if it's not, and it has issues making higher highs, then we can expect lower prices. We do have this fair value gap formed during New York session, and let's see how price so I want to see what price does once it has entered this area. And it's still Monday, so I'm not doing anything. But yeah, so we had this kind of ranging Asian session. London, I don't even know what London did. It just made some high. They made a high during London. New York took out this more or less by some pip and then formed some imbalance. So for me, this looks like price should, from here, it should head down. That is what I would say. I'm not taking anything because we see, why I'm saying that, we are currently not in a bearish. We're not in a bearish move. Sorry, we're not in a bearish structure right now, or maybe we currently are. So, but we have this low, this high, and we're currently trading inside the previous weekly high and previous weekly low range, right? So how I'm seeing stuff, this looks like a strong low and weak high for me. But when I saw this kind of move, when we took out some liquidity, pushed up, I thought that, okay, this low we have formed a new strong low and weak high. But then, as always, Mondays wants to do its own magic, right? So yeah. So that is why once we saw this low being broken, we shift the momentum. So I have from here I can see that GU is falling down. This is the previous day. I won't take a trade now, but if we were in this kind of consolidation / indecisions, we have been like consolidated for a while now, and this H4 level has been respected for a while also. So I don't know. I will still wait for London session for tomorrow to make its move. So this was the AU trade. I took that trade. Let's see what happens. So I think that I said I want to see AU to take out some sessions low, yeah, before targeting this high, right? And we can see that we did to take out the session lows, but we also did take out the previous daily low. It was triggered, I think, during last hour and during Sunday, yeah. And from there we did push up. We left a fair value gap that was formed during Asian session. Nah, but for me this one looks bullish. But this one took me out by not much, you can see. So this is the kind of setup that I looked into during London. Was it London? No. This is the kind of setup that I saw on GU, I meant. So we have the range currently between this low and this high. So all of this between these spots are just internal liquidity, right? So we saw that we have left some external liquidity up here, but we take out internal liquidity in relative to this range from this low to high, but on lower time frames it maybe is external, right? Then we made a push higher, failed to make a higher high. We came back, took out liquidity, London low, right? Triggered some sell side liquidity, pushed up, made a new low, made a new high, which was lower than this one. Then we made a new attempt to attack some sell side. You see, it's just up and down. It's there's nothing beautiful with this price action, honestly. Nothing beautiful with this price action. So yeah, USD CAD, I haven't even looked at it because yeah, nothing to see here. There's nothing to see here on USD CAD, honestly. So yeah, that's basically it. This is the weekly analysis for week 5, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I also did something on GBCAD, I think. And nothing to see here. Very beautiful, very ugly price action. Not beautiful, ugly. Yeah. So yeah, AU has been beautiful. Euro, not that beautiful. It's just making lower highs and lower lows. So there's no way you're taking longs in this kind of market structure, right? But somehow I did. I did take longs, but I had some good excuse or good reason. We did come down to our internal range. We did some market structure shift or some kind of in the afterwork is, yeah, it's a liquid rate, but yeah, it looked like a break structure, but I was still not 100% sure because we were still inside this CB, right? And then from there we just, yeah, we broken down. So let's see what price does. Thank you.